Hello guys, have a great good mornings and have a good day everyone's all over the world. Today I like to discuss about more about Buddhist history and ancient history. Mostly when I was in North America, I had been almost 1 year and 6 months in Seattle. That time my mind comes some things because I live in lots of people there around many religious communities people religious practitioners. I show them lot of kind of worships and lot of kind of religious discussions from them. They are Muslims and Christians, Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, and others Jewish people, lot of religious peoples. I meet with them and I have lots of company with them, lot of discussion with them, and I have a lots of conversations about those people, religions, how workings and history about it. That's quite interesting. Every religion have a those people for very proudful story and feel so proud of them. So whatever he is Muslim or Christian or Sikh joins, whatever his or her religion, he always very proudful. As I am Buddhist also, myself I am very proudful to be as a Buddhist monks and Buddhist children and Buddhist sons. Because of if you see unseen time to right now, you can see there's so many millenniums we cross one after another. Firstly, you can see from if you go Sumerian culture, world very oldest culture is Sumerian cultures. But as according to history books or history, whatever you learn, Sumerians have a very powerful uh, nations and civilizations. And after then Sumerian, you can see Anunnaki cultures. And but we don't have that much lots of detail about those Sumerian cultures and Anunnaki cultures, how the work, how the civilized and how the socialized life, political lives and family lives, how the lives and what kind of lifestyles they had. But we don't know that much very clear. But as an idea, whatever we have, our uh, fonts font site as a structures and many kind of extracts you see and many kind of rocks and many kind of other evidence we can see there, but we don't have a technology uh, for the left for us and this kind of footprint or the have a foot other print whatever the labs we cannot read this and we don't understand properly. But as our idea, that was very practical people and very great people was we think we believes. And after then we can see there's in our worlds lots of cultures, one after another. Their Persian cultures and Babylonian cultures, Ethiopian cultures also. You can see there's sorry 1 minute, 1 second please. Okay. Now it's good I think, and we see like after then one after another there are lots of cultures was like a European Roman culture was very proudful culture and very largest cultures that have very powerful empires all over world that conquered lots of part of the world. And after the Roman culture their Greek culture you can see, and then Mughals, other Ethiopian culture, lots of many of them. But I like to say what I see there. If you see those cultures and civilizations there, they have a lots of extreme highlands and extreme conflict. We can see there. They are very you can so hard to found peaceful empire or peaceful conquered anything and peaceful things and peaceful civilizations and peaceful acquisitions and inventions. We cannot see. There's lots of extreme things there happens, lots of war, lots of conflict, lots of violence. You can see there our unseen times, our those great empires, how the conquer the worlds and how the take possessions in the world place and how the rule the worlds. They are when the roles we see there's his achievements and his winnings. Other side have to pay big price, lots million of lives and million people's property damage and million women children have to lose lives. We see this kind of uh, horrible situations, very miserable situations, our unseen times behind those great empires or those uh, very frightful empire. What that had been done behind achievements and behind this power and positions. Why I try to talk about it, because if you see after those kind of extremes and then between those kind of extreme thing happen and there is Buddha. You can see the Buddha was 2600 years ago. It was 600 BC, around 600 BC and less and more. That time Buddha come to our Mother Earth and he become enlightenment. He became enlightenment, and he was also one of the friends guy and one of the friends, and his father was kings. Who is kings and friends that understand very well and very well understand politics, very well understand about how to civilize peoples and how to control peoples and how to lead peoples and how to rule peoples. They have very well trained and well understood and well knowledgeable peoples, very much political knowledge. Lord Buddha and himself, and as a prince, he was before Buddha, he was prince, and his understanding and his wanderings. He thinks if my ancestor or my previous people what had been done, if I go same way, same pathway, same road I walk on it, there cannot be peaceful solutions, cannot be permanent solutions, cannot be permanently, I cannot be conquered world permanently, I cannot be win world peoples permanently, because they are this politically this ruling system and those king system and these political systems and by force or by weaponings, by arms, using taking power and controlling people and taking positions, that kind of techniques. This is very old technique as a kings and rulers, as a himself as a prince. He saw this is cannot be permanent conquered or permanent winners. I want to find something special, something very significant in world never been before like this happening, and that's why I believe in my understandings. There is the one cause of the Buddha leave his family, his kingdoms, and his beautiful wives, and his handsome children, Rahula, and others, lots of his uh, other fellow citizens, fellow peoples, and he left this behind, and he live mountainous lives, and he practiced meditation. So other lots of kind of that times, lot of spiritual things have there over that times, and he follow these techniques and try to find something special, very significant and very distinguished things to be he should be world uh, permanent solutions and permanent concords and permanently wins people heart some things, because previous there are lots of kings he saw and he see and his lifetimes that maybe conquered worlds 20 year 25 year maybe 50 year maximums as a people's lives lifetimes as people's as a age life age, not not more than this. After then people forget them and most of people's uh, those kind of empire, those kind of concord and those kind of winners and those kind of rulers people see two way, mostly most of people see negative way, because those kind of peoples that have a lots of damage that done lots of damage and killing other nationality, other citizens, others empires and others uh, opposition peoples and the rule them and take them under under his own empires and killing lots of people, damaging lots of property. But I don't want to use these techniques to rule myself, this world and this world civilization, world's humanity. I want to find something significant and very special and better, something better world never been before. That's why there one of the cost Buddha and live and left his family and his empires and his kingdoms, and he saw his middle way and he become enlightenment. Today I was early mornings, 5 a.m. I was in Buddha Gaya, Mahabodhi tree, where Buddha was become enlightenment, supreme enlightenment. We call as a Buddhist peoples supreme enlightenment Buddha. Last 1 month I visit there, continue morning and evenings to prayer, giant prayers, group prayers, and say also after prayer I try to practice 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour meditations as a Buddhist methods, as a Buddhist orders and Buddhist teachings. I want to learn about Buddha more and more and more. I want to educating selves by Buddha and his techniques and his knowledge and his wisdoms. That's why I'm doing this. As I learn what I learn this day and from my practice and my uh, this joining prayers and worships. Buddha was really one of the great kings, you can say great king from our world, who bring message for whole world. There is another way without any extreme violence, extreme conflict, any kind of angers, any kind of make any hindrance and any kind of obstacles and any kind of uh, harms, any kind of using weapons, any kind of using uh, wrong things, hurting lives and killing lives or giving pain lives. They are another way to conquer the world, win the world, win the peoples, conquer the peoples, populations, and rule the peoples and take the positions, higher position of the between peoples. Buddha see theirs. This is the way only Buddha found. That's why he practiced middle way and he found this pathway and he win. You can see that time 2600 years Lord Buddha was after his achievements and he's become enlightenment. He shared his knowledge and he spread his knowledge all over India and It was India was a big country. India was a great country. India was a world number one country by economically, by culture, by politics, by traditions, by everything. When India was the best country in the world, it was 2600 years ago. If you see the world history, India was the amazing country, great country of the world, our planet. After Buddha became enlightenment, and he used his enlightenment knowledge to, there was 16 countries, 16 states in it was largest India, Southeast Asia, and he teach one state another state his knowledge, his education, his found, he shared them. People loved his shares and people accept his shares, and people agree with his share, his knowledge, and people also follow him and bow him, practice him, and lots of people becomes also becomes monks, become fully monks and leave the family and kings and kingdoms or his rich empires and become monks, and also practice meditations and become enlightenment. We can see in history, Buddhist. If you read Buddhist texts and Buddhist scriptures, Buddhist books, you can see there's lots of evidence, lots of discussion about it. There are lots of conversation about it. Even if you go around India, there are lots of structures. You can see there are lots of architectures is left before Buddhist king peoples and Buddhist rich peoples that build it, what that had been done, what that had, and left this by stones, rocks, bricks in it, and largest structure monument there. If you see, even go by Buddha Gaya is Bihar Gaya. If you come anytime, if you have a time chance where you live, I don't know, and any part of the world, see you live, North America or Japan or Western country, African country, European country, you should be welcome to India and check out what's happening Buddhist about it, and Buddhist structure about it. How fruitful it is. It is really fruitful. It is very helpful to. I think Buddha was the one person first world have a peaceful way and with loves and with compassions and with dialogues to be winning the world and world people hearts and conquer the world and rule the world by loves and compassions and wisdoms. Buddha is the first person, I think. There is no another person who bring this message in this world without using weapons, any kind of violence, any kind of conflict, any kind of harms anyone's to rule the world and take the place people heart for permanently and make and accept bow from everyone's all over planet, all over world, all peoples, all nationality, all color, all languages peoples. He is the Buddha. I think there are no another persons who bring this great message, who found this great wisdoms. That's why you can to just done you just minimize your lives only books. You should come to visit India and check in lots of Buddhist holy place there's all over world, all over India, surrounding India, many places, and go there, check in what is there and what was. Even I saw in Pakistan and also Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Bangladesh, there are lots of Buddhist structure. I know monument there. You also know, but they are religious cause and they are Islamic fundamentalist cause or Islamic fundamentalist rulers maybe don't allow to be visit those place and check in this place and what is theirs, what's happening there, because they have religious some boundary that don't allow to other peoples to come those people's country and check in the whatever those people ancestor history and where thou from, what thou was, and maybe not allowed. But if you can come India is very open country, it's open for everyone can come check in. Especially I'm as a Buddhist monk, I welcoming to you and requesting you should become India and check in. They are all Buddhist holy place. How fruitful engineerings they had, and how fruitful structure they left for us 2600 years ago. How advanced was technologically people by engineering, by architecture, by all structures, how they made it, and how fine people was, how rich people was, how fruitful people was, and how good people was. And those, if you by theoretically and practically, if you check this and look this and learn this, you will be as a great, make yourselves really very great persons and very good person. Your goodness, your greatness will be very helpful and very needy from our human community, our human society, our world, for keeping peace, making peace, and bring happiness and make secure world and safer worlds. I think this is very granted things, and you should come and check, because because if you don't know practically, if you don't see this, you cannot imagine how was. Like examples, last 2 months ago I went to be one of the place in here, close to be Gaya is almost 4 hour drives, the mountains, where was Buddhist assembly, first assembly after Buddha left, and his fellow monks and his fellow students, monks coming together, what Buddha had been says and what is the Buddha teachings, and which monk know about it, and who know about it, who listen, what you listen to Buddha and what Buddha says, because all monks are not all the time with Buddha. You are never possible, because Buddha always move one place to another place, and also Buddha don't keep all monks same together all the times. He don't accompany them all monks all the times. When monk educated, when monks skillful, when monk enlightened, and Buddha left them, you should go choice one road and teach the Dhamma to others to benefit, and for benefiting peoples and benefiting society, community, country, whole worlds and whole beings. You should do your jobs. You don't need to come with me, you don't need to test with me. You just go yourselves by selves. You just start spreading Dhamma, spreading goodness, and spreading this skillful trainings, and train others, train and help others, and teach others, educated others. As a Buddha orders, you can see this. And after Buddha left, and their monks are confused, many monks, what exactly Buddha tell us and Buddha order us. We don't know. Everything. We don't know individually. One monk like Ananda, he was his Buddha. He lived with Buddha almost, I think, 55 years something, and he listened to Buddha many things. And others time, other monks, and he teach many monks, all monks, all qualified monks, all educated monks, and all skillful monks, all enlightened monks coming together and make discussions, and whatever you listen, you have to know that. You have to know this also, and you have to make some permanent scripts or permanent something. That time might be writing. I don't think there is writing system. There is people almost on only memorize systems, and you have to memorize one after another by generation, because that time there nothing's writing system, maybe writing system but not that popular. I think that time is writing system. If you see Pathian cultures or others say Anunnaki culture, that time also you can see there's writing systems, but not that famous and popular. This is writing system was not uh, access or was not available for everyone. Might be only some people's, some amount of people who is really kings, or he is really rule the country, or he and who is rich guys, he or she only can access this writing system. Not all peoples, all fellow citizens that cannot access and afford it, because it was very costly too, costly. Mostly people's learn, and people taking skill and educating self by memorizing from each others. There are no writing system, no boxes for everyone, so all peoples, no accessibility that times. That's why this first assembly was in Rajgir. It's called Saptamani Gumpa Caves. This is very highly mountain, almost I think 12,000 feet above of the ceilings. Sea levels is so high. You have to walk. If you walk, there's no skyscrapers or no sky lift, something, nothing. But some halfway we have to other halfway you have to by walk. It is almost 2 hour walk. You have to climb the mountain, and you can see. But I cannot imagine how was their monk was live there. There no water system, no electricity, there nothing, no air condition, no fan, nothing there, and no car, and no vehicles there. There nothing. Just you have to use your feet. You have to walk step by step, and you have to climb mountains. And how this monk was almost 3 months the discussions and the make this assembly happens. Because I cannot imagine this, how powerful those monks and how mysterious and how miracle this is. I cannot imagine. Those monks is really very special. They have superpowers, very magical powers must be. Then because we need to survive for lead life, for need waters, foods, and if you climb this mountain up to down and upper hill to hell, and it's gonna be take 2-3 hours, even so hard work you have to do, so hard work. And those monks was 500 monks was there, and I have Dhamma discussions and Dharma assembly was there. There one thing I cannot imagine how powerful this monk was, how superpower those monk was. I cannot imagine. This is out of my understandings, out of my knowledge. That's why when I come to be Buddhagaya and see the Buddha and history, Buddhistry and his lifetime, when I study these Dharma books and I meditate, as I meditate every day, I learn something new. That's why I like to come lives and share my knowledge and my experience to others, benefiting others and helping others. How powerful Buddha was, and how great Buddha was, and how auspicious Buddha was, how great discernment and very transcendent person. They are great transcendence. He was. You can see when if you read books, you can imagine. You can imagine. You can understand. And you check his place where he was, and he had been done, or this place to that place, and he moved and he lived there many places, and his activity, you can see this. Then you will be more educated and more understandings power and more skillful yourselves. You cannot imagine this. And when you practice meditation, they are more like the ocean of the knowledge and ocean of the wisdom layers. You cannot measurable. You cannot measure. This is immeasurables. This is not countable. This you cannot count it. How much knowledge it is and how much wisdom it is. It is not measurables. It is not countables. Uncountables. Immeasurables. This is. That's why I said even myself now I am living in Buddha Gaya, and here in Bihar you cannot see they are 0% Buddhist. If you say they are like very less than 0%, less than 1% Buddhist, most of people are following Hindu, Muslim, and other religion. They are no Buddhist. Only there are some Buddhist holy place. As a you have a biggest surprise and biggest appreciations for British government and Sri Lankan governments, and Sri Lankan one of the great person we call Bodhisattva Anagarik Dhammapals, who came to India and found this place from Sri Lanka, and mostly British government it was help him stand to found this place and identify this place and redevelopment this place and restructure this place and this place you can see this when you see exact this place you cannot imagine how powerful. However, you come here, there is Buddhist, non-Buddhist, doesn't matter. One of the yesterday I have met one my friend, a Buddhist friend who come from Vietnam. He said, oh, I am very surprised because here no Buddhist. How possible? It was Buddha was enlightenment here, but there is no Buddhist. And it is really some people are came very confused and very desperate selves and very desperate selves. So what's happened? How? But many people have no time and know that readings about the Indian story, what's happening behind after Buddha, and also Buddha times. There are a lot of innovations, lot of inventors, inviters and invaders come here to conquer India and colonize India, rule the India, and there are lots of religion coming from other countries. Even in his story say Hindu religion also not from India originally. This is from also Persian or Equatorian culture, Persian culture mix and come to India to conquer whatever is 3,000 years, 5,000 years before. And after then Buddha also originally from India. He born to India, his father, mother, everything is India. His activity, all job, all work, religious work. His spiritual work in all the India, not other sphere, other part of the India, other side of the India. All activity inside India. After Buddha left, others, his fellow monks and nuns and bhikshu, bhikshuni and devotee king peoples spread Buddhism other country out of India. That sent Buddhism out of India. After Buddha, not Buddha times. Yes, you can see this is from history. However, whatever there is Buddhist and non-Buddhist, you comes and there is lots of good place, all holy place. There are lot of very luxurious hotels and lot of Buddhist temples from other countries around the world. Burmese temple you can see, Thai temple, Laos temple, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese temples, then many Buddhist countries temple there and lots of hotels there. You can hold hotels and they are cheapest hotels. You can find hotels from $10 for night to $50 and maybe $50. I think $50 is the best hotels. $50, $10 to $50 hotels, and you can have a meal $1, $2, very delicious meal. You can enjoy it, and you can check this all holy place yourselves by yourselves and see practically by persons, and it will be educate you, help you to learn about the our ancestor cultures, how fruitfully it was and how great it was, and our engineering, our structure, our educations, our cultures, world cultures, how powerful it was we lost. and how great empire it was. In loss, you can imagine. And also humanity was starting from this place, and humanity also start from the Buddha, and Buddha was how great message he bring from world, this humanity message and humanize and welfares and celebration message from all over world, make all human benefit and all humans from under one umbrella. You can see this, and his humanist techniques today, modern science and modern education systems, maybe that little bit change in the start speaking or writings by own way. But originally this is from in India, very ancient times. It was start from India with the great Indian son Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. You can see practically non-violence and winning people's lives and winning people's, and we conquered the whole world by love and compassion and wisdoms. There no need any weapons, there no need to harm anyone, no need to hurt anyone, there no need to damage anyone's property, there no need to abuse and harass any women and children. Everyone will be safe, everyone will be secure. This is the techniques Buddha was used, and this technique was followed so many of the king peoples, so many ruler in India. Da was also very fruitful ruler, very successful ruler, and very wealthy ruler was. You can see Indian history almost 500,000 years it was continue that keep these ruling systems and these powerful systems and the wealthy systems and all the custom, the fruitful cultures from using Buddha and his techniques and his knowledge, his wisdoms, inside his political systems and his king system and ruling systems. That's why I request all human society from all over world, you should study more, research more about the Buddhism. It is really always helpful and always give great background us to be wealthy and make health wealthy and happy and peaceful and secure. Because you can see there's lots of evidence, lots of examples when you come to India how rich it was this 2600 years before their structures and architectures and archaeologists. When you check these things, how special was, how significant was, how distinguished it was, how great it was. We still can use this, and you can still can use this. We still can benefiting from this and benefiting from this to our family, our community, our society, our country, our world, make happy and peaceful and secure, wealthy and secure. That's why my request to everyone. As a Buddhist monk, I learn many things. Every day I learn. You also can learn. That's I'm not. I just requesting you, and I suggest you, it is how good, how helpful it is, and how powerful it is, and how benefiting it is for everyone. We should use these techniques and applying our business lives and our education lives, our political lives, and any field we can use these techniques, and you can use these techniques and benefiting our business lives, our political lives, our family lives, our farming life, our educating lives, whatever your positions, your profile, you can use it too for benefiting. This is really very great techniques, very unseen great techniques to help everyone, benefiting everyone for permanently, not for temporary, not temporary like a one era, 2 era, 1 decade, 2 decade. It will be permanent winner and permanent warriors, and permanently can make peace our society, our community, country, and permanently happier our community life, country life, society lives, whole worlds. Today our achievements you can see all over the world today is so crazy situations, lots of organized lives and lots of materialized lives and lots of technology, people using technology, many technology today for update one after another, and spending billion dollars, trillion dollars to buying bills for secure selves, making fees by using hurting someone, harm someone, kill someone. This has happened. Lots of weapons, lots of bombs, lots of nuclear, hydrogen bombs, nuclear bombs, and other things. So many of them. I think this is not cannot be permanent solutions. This is cannot be permanent peace and happiness. We have to use this technique, unseen techniques today, to find the permanent peace and happiness, make the secure lives, whole world, everyone's today. Because Buddhism's as a Buddhist monk, I don't say this is it's a spirituality. Buddhism is a spirituality, harmony, okay, but I cannot count as other religious people count, because Buddhism never allow violence. Buddhism never allow discriminations. Buddhism never allow racism. Buddhism is equality. Buddhism is respect. Buddhism is care. Buddhism is love. Buddhism is forgiveness. Yes, Buddhism talk about generosity. Buddhism talk about morality. Buddhism talk about concentration. Buddhism talk about mindfulness. There's there no place for hurt any lives. No place for hurt kill any lives. No place for anyone damage anyone's property, directly, indirectly. No place in inside Buddhism. Without hurt, without harms, and without damage, without kill, we can win the world, we can conquer the world, and we can make peace the world, and we can make happy world and secure worlds. This is the way of the only way in Buddhism. There you can so for total knowledge and total educations. Also in modern science can make so many benefit and so many benefit using Buddhist techniques and Buddhist educations, and cooperate with collaboration with Buddhism. There's so many things and so many new information, mostly psychologically, philosophically, and also same time astrology and astronomisms. Also chemistry, biologically, you can use physics, also can use Buddhism. There's so much information by inside Buddhism, Buddhist texts, Buddhist books, also visiting Buddhist places, holy places, and Buddhist structures and archaeological site. You can see there's so many things to learn and so many things to get, and so many things to educating selves, to benefiting self, benefiting everyone. Thank you so much guys to watching my video, and always keep watching. I always try to share my experience, what I learned from my practice and my educations, from as a same Buddhism and modernity, you can call science and materialization, science, technology. What I learn, I like to share what I get benefit from there, and what kind of benefit you can get it from there, from my practice or Buddhist practice and Buddhist practice. That's I try to share you and my opinions and my experience to share others, and stay with me. And you can also check my video YouTube Bhante Buddharatna and mindfulness meditations. I have 2 YouTube channels there. You can check. There are lots of video about lots of topics there. We have lots of episodes. You can also learn there and watch there, listen from there too, and also share my video as you could as much, and listen to my videos and have a good likes always. And another thing I will request you guys, if you guys likes anyone's there this day pandemic there in India, mostly and myself, there are lots of Buddhist monks very desperate situations, and anybody like to help them and anybody like to contributions, you can contributions, and you can test us as test my IDs, and you can have a contact and details you, and you can give you details, and as you want you can have give you all informations. Thank you so much guys. Stay